Cast members of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City have spoken out about co-star Jen Shah amidst her court sentencing. Back in March 2021, Jen was slammed with criminal charges, alleging a conspiracy to commit money laundering and wire fraud. She initially pled not guilty to these charges, but in July 2022, she flipped and pled guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud. On January 6, 2023, this chronicle came to a head as Jen was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. On top of the sentencing, she was obligated to make financial reparations and will experience 5 years of supervised release once her sentence is complete. Jen's associates at Bravo have now spoken out about the events, with Andy Cohen dishing on Jen's Season 4 status. Yahoo Entertainment reported on the responses, starting with Tamra Judge, who said on her socials, "Don't do illegal stuff period. If you're doing illegal stuff, and you go on reality TV, you're a special type of idiot." Co-star Whitney Rose was more sympathetic, expressing concern on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, saying, "I'm really nervous for her and for her family. Jen has kept her family at the forefront of her mind during this ordeal, stating, "I'm thinking about my family. I can't imagine being away from them." Andy Cohen spoke up about Jen Shah's future with RHOSLC even before Jen Shah's sentencing was finalized. Andy Cohen spoke about her place in the show's future. "I don't know what to say to people who want her on the show. Some people on Twitter were saying, 'We want Jen next season.' And I'm like, okay, well, talk to the judge." This was before the U.S. government requested a 10-year sentence for Jen, and while Cohen was rather optimistic about Jen receiving no jail time, he was also pragmatic about what was almost certainly going to happen. Jen Shah encourages a stigma against reality TV stars. Jen Shah's sentencing and the various reactions speak to a larger problem within the industry. The public has a stigma against reality TV stars, characterizing them as unintelligent, immoral, or both. Just as Tamra Judge stated, committing a crime while also putting herself in the limelight certainly wasn't the smartest move on Jen's part. When something like this happens to a reality TV star, the media tends to latch onto it much harder than more uplifting stories in the reality TV sphere, and it gives the industry as a whole a bad name. It doesn't help her image that Jen partied after her prison sentence. Of course, none of this is meant to defend Jen. She is obviously not the victim here. If anything, she should be condemned all the more for giving straight-laced reality TV stars a bad name. What's worse is how many fans conflate her TV personality with her real self, attempting to defend her. As the judge said, "People should not confuse the character she plays on an entertainment show with the person I have before me." It will be interesting to see how these events affect the future of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City overall. Source: Yahoo Entertainment.